piracy? Seriously. What is that? What does blowing up buildings have to do with piracy?
They never know.
I guess, but it also gives Rangers ample time to disarm said bombs.
There's that.
So, well, I think we should start with the same. We're here live at Rangerstop.
Rangerstop!
Good old Orlando, Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Holiday
You gotta do it right. You gotta do it right. We're live right here at Orlando, Florida.
All of our wrestling fans in the audience tonight got that joke. The rest of you,
Well, speaking of wrestling, I believe Maddie has some unmasking to do. He wants to try to enter Vince McMahon.
It'd be awesome to do it like this, but you gotta emote. Yeah, hold on. We gotta.
Who's this higher power you speak of? Who could it be?
It's me, Austin!
Oh, son of a bitch!
It was me all along, Austin! You have no idea how hot it is in there.
Maddie J,
Come on.
folks. He's a trooper.
Yeah, people are. I feel bad. It's like everyone looks awesome out there. Here I am with like $50 with a $20 shirt, $50 morph suit, and this mask. And funny thing happens before we start setting up for the show. We're just sitting out there, just outside the panel room, and a gentleman and his child comes up. Hey, Blue Ranger, is it okay to take a picture with you? I'm like flattered. I'm like, wow. You see what I'm wearing, right? I take the picture, and of course, the crowd disappears. There's a poor guy in full cosplay, helmet, everything, sitting right over there, sitting down, chilling. Poor guy.
Maddie needed the ego boost. He's like all of us. He very low self-esteem. So
That felt good though. He chose me over a guy in full cosplay, and we got a guy in a full movie.
This guy back there.
Awesome sauce.
That is commitment.
Awesome
right
sauce.
yeah, seriously, man, that is an awesome costume, without a doubt.
And I believe how we were our episode. Did we get an email recently?
Yeah.
You know what? I think we did. Hold on. Wait a minute.
The anonymous Raw general manager.
Not quite. For those who don't know, we've been a while back. We were captured, so to speak, by this guy named Lord Gizmonik Doomslayer.
For a while.
We were able to break free recently when the season started back up. But he warned us that he was going to be at us again and force us to watch a really bad episode of Power Rangers. Classic.
He wanted to do it big time here. So.
Yeah, he apparently wanted to go big. So
yeah.
His mission in life is to make our lives miserable. Do you think it'd be a waste of his time?
pick on a bunch of nerds. What are you gonna do?
What's that say about it?
Okay, where is he? He had a nice big power so that he's right up where the fun shop.
Okay.
That might help.
Anyway,
Touch that one.
anyway, the email goes, okay. Hello, recappers. So, hope you're enjoying your time at Rangerstop, but unfortunately the fun ends here. I warned you. I warned you that you were going to go through torture today, and I'm sending this episode courtesy of a man by the name of Pizza the Hut. Wait a minute.
No. Pizza? No.
That can only mean one thing.
Good night, everybody.
Get up. Yo, Casey.
I can't.
Wait. Hold on a second.
Wait, what's up?
I just got an email from
I
Mike
can't get out.
Oh, one of our other guys.
Yeah, one of our contributors right here at rptentertainment.com.
Cheap plug.
Yeah. Would you mind bringing that phone over here?
Yeah.
You don't mean.
What are you getting on
Right
about?
over here. I can't know.
What's this about?
He sent me the same email verbatim.
Did he CC that and didn't even realize it?
By
That
accident.
son of a bitch!
He doesn't know how to cover his tracks.
Wow! All this time it was Mike Shell that was trolling us?
Yeah.
I was always having a blue.
Oh.
You would think,
I would
right?
think.
Let me
You
see
would
that.
think right here.
Actually, I thought it was
Let me see that. Let's see.
You never suspect him.
Yeah, Michael.
CC.
Michael W. Shelfer. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, the W stands for Wussy!
Yeah.
I also got teed up with you.
It's always the one you least suspect.
Yeah.
Just like the devil. Flanders, you're the devil. It's always the one you least suspect.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark. Hey.
Hey.
Okay, the one I do suspect to be Lady K, honestly.
Wow.
I don't know about that.
Funny you should mention that, but we're not going to talk about
Hey,
that.
Yeah, my wife, Lady K, ladies and gentlemen. But then again, you'd be surprised. Did I remind you about the Lady and Jake?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We wish Lady K the best.
we're doing the pizza episode.
Yeah, Trouble by the Slice, ladies and gentlemen, from Power Rangers
Hell.
Turbo.
Send help.
Yeah, I know.
Daddy, if I run out of vomit, can I have some of yours?
Yeah.
You suck, Megazord!
Don't
Calm down, you two.
Don't come any closer. It's like a thermonuclear meltdown. The closer you get, the more exposure you get to it.
Yeah,
And
seriously.
there's no chance of getting superpowers either.
No.
Or that guy.
Now, before we get this started, let's get serious here for a minute. Or as Lance Storm like that, if I can be serious for a minute.
And also, of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin walks in.
All right, let me go to that. Anyway.
Be bad omen to do that.
Being serious for a second here, we know that here at Rangerstop we've got two awesome actors from Power Rangers Turbo, Blake Foster and Hillary Shepard Turner.
They're cool.
They are very nice.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome. And we actually got a chance to talk with Hillary. We did an exclusive interview with her, which we will have on rvtentertainment.com. And both of them are very cool people. And here we are about to completely destroy one of their episodes.
One of their most infamous episodes, but one of their episodes nonetheless.
But
In
so
short, no one likes a tattletale.
yeah, don't go on and tell them we're insulting them. We will not.
And we're not really. We're just making fun of the episode.
Yeah, it's the Sentai that did this. Keep in mind, the Sentai came first, so don't hate the riffer, hate the riff. As our motto around RBT, all's fair in love and riffing.
Blame the Sentai.
Yeah.
Always blame yeah. Whenever it
Blame, or
comes.
blame Nietzsche, whichever comes first.
Yeah.
I'm still blaming that game.
So and for those
Ah,
of you
blame that. There you
not.
go.
No, blame Michi.
Anyway,
It's always
it's always. Anyway, I'm still setting up over here, getting this episode ready because didn't expect this.
I think the computer is malfunctioning because it's trying to protect us.
Probably.
Yeah, it doesn't want to show the episode. It's
Unfortunately,
like-
you got to do it. You got to do it.
More stuff, but do we have to do this to our stuff?
It's like that arcade machine in Suburban Commando. You messes with it long enough, a white flag pops out.
But just know that we're going to do our best not to insult the actors at all during this riff.
In fact, it's a common. That sounds awesome, by the way.
That is-
It's a common thing with roasters. You only roast the ones you love.
Yes.
We have like a classic queue of all the episodes that we wish to promote here, to watch eventually, and Day of the Dumpster is in there. It's like we base our show off of riff tracks, which is an MP3 version of watching new movies. Like for example, they did The Hunger Games. For a good example.
The Avengers.
Great movie.
Great movie. They ripped the hell out of
They
it.
did.
But it doesn't mean they're insulting it.
No, they're putting their twists on it.
You
Yes,
watch bad
yeah,
movies
yeah.
with your buddies, if you have buddies. I don't have any buddies, but if you watch them, you throw in a line, and it's like, why this, why that? It's like, oh, it started falling before he kicked it. Or the CGI looks so fake. Thank you.
Continuity.
Good man.
What's that?
Continuity? What's that?
What is continuity?
Also, the other thing we should warn you, if you haven't figured it out by now, this is an 18+ panel for a reason. We do not hold back.
Yeah.
There will not be any nudity, obviously. There will not be any sexual content of any kind.
Sorry.
But when it comes to foul language, yeah, we are sailors up here. So your discretion is certainly advised.
But will completely be ignored.
I'm actually loading the episode up right now. I'm going to have to try to use Netflix, but wish me luck on that one.
When in doubt, Netflix.
Of course.
Yeah. But keep on, we're also, you have to be.
You don't have the time.
Yeah, don't have the DVDs, don't have the time to get them.
That might have helped a little bit.
Yeah, Partisan, get me out of here. You wanna,
Yeah, we're getting there now, folks.
You want to find a TARDIS and come get me out of here.
All right.
All right.
I think we got it. You guys ready for this?
Too bad, we're going anyway.
Strap yourselves in. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Hey, pray to God.
Pray to God.
We're going down there.
We're going down there. I wouldn't.
Also, if the video lags, forgive us now. Obviously Netflix.
It's Netflix on
It's
hotel
not rocket
Wi-Fi.
science, folks.
Yeah.
I'll say this: the
television.
Wi-Fi's been great. It's been good, not great, I should say.
Yeah, but that's not the hotel's fault. Anyway, let's get this party started. Power Rangers. We're gonna do this like we normally do in the show, though in this case it's not necessary. We're just doing it for tradition.
If you're watching at home,
Follow along with the real episode. Here we go. Power Rangers Turbo, episode 22. Trouble by the Slides. In 3, 2, 1, let.
Let the pain commence.
yes.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, styrofoam walls. I feel better already.
And you talk to some lousy around as usual.
What do I pay you people for? You don't pay us at all, Diva Tots.
No, don't shoot me, don't shoot me! Ah! Oh, my nuts! It's a transporter thing from the thing. From it.
So no one else wore a hazmat suit.
Oh, God, what am I doing?
Oh, watch it going outside. Oh! What a jackass!
Note yourself, do not post the Divas on else.
Yeah, this guy's a jackass now.
Now make a jackass out of yourself in front of Hillary.
Let's see what this thing can really do.
Tell my wife I love her.
Uh-oh. Steve Doctor's dead. That was a short series.
Put that thing and hit Elgar instead.
There we go.
No one likes Elgar.
There she is.
You suck, Elgar.
Also, wait. I transported myself in that episode from The Simpsons where Homer is in 3D.
Okay, who are you? I know you're some crappy abbot. Could you tell me how to get to Rangerstop?
Whether you love Turbo or hate it, there's one thing we can definitely say. Ron Wasserman's music kicks ass.
Yes. Why do you play a defense, by the way?
I don't.
No, we're not going to do that.
Okay. Take the speakers, you're on. No, not Turbo.
We got enough feedback from the audience.
Yeah. Step on the crack, break your back.
Yeah. Yuri Alexander, I don't know what I'm doing in this episode.
Hey, look, a random sport. Let's go play. The movie's dragging, then they show us soccer. Good.
Wow.
Hey, where's Connor Knight? That would midnight. That would help
New
us.
Zealand.
I was too cool when we were in this episode.
Jay.
I don't know. You don't want to bring the sockadillo down on you.
Should I be a part of this episode or not?
Oh, wow. That's a little...
I think we found our problem.
Either that or it's my tinnitus.
Ooh, erotic cakes.
You know, the people staying at the Holiday Inn who aren't going to the convention have the exact same looks on their faces.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the real stars of the show.
Finally, some talent.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Three Stooges.
Well, two in this case.
Two retards. No, the third stooge.
Okay, what is up with the obviously fake Italian mustache? That thing looked ridiculous.
Bond didn't handle ethnicity very well in the
No,
movie.
it did not. This is...
Ah.
there it is again. Okay.
I kind of feel like switching over.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I got it.
Alright, how's that? Check 1, 2. There we go.
There we go.
See.
She's walking around like she, like
And jalapeno.
Holy crap.
What? He's gonna go right to my thighs.
Hey, you got a pig for that?
A day of delay in my mouth.
Hey, she's a pirate. She steals stuff.
Yes.
Well, it's not like some pirates are gonna come to Earth just
Wait.
for some curry.
Wait, John Cena? John Cena, what are you doing in this episode?
Oh God.
He looks like John Cena.
God, he does. Holy shit.
It looks like.
For those who don't know John Cena, Google an image, look at this guy, and tell me what's it.
Actually, if you don't know who John Cena is, pat yourself on the back.
Yeah,
Be thankful.
Wahlberg.
or Mark Wahlberg. Marky Mark wishes he would be employed this episode.
Our leader's gone missing. What should we do?
This guy made it through the hall.
How does he work?
How do you think the doors are all circular?
Yeah, never explain.
Hey, our leader's missing. Pilot!
Are you serious?
Has Broken Heart and Faces ever worked? Has there ever been a kid who was found on milk carton? Nope. I don't
know why they try.
Okay,
Just
fair enough. Yeah, our leader is missing. What should we do? I'll go back to the ship. I'm pretty sure she can swim 18,000 miles into the city and come back to the submarine.
Okay, let's go back to the ship and order a pizza. That's a real smart plan.
Party time, who's ordering pizza?
Remember, kids, eat your pizza. Also, play soccer. Burn off the calories.
Also, this is gonna, you know how these scenes go. It goes one of two ways. Either the main character is going to get his ass handed to him, or he's going to be the star player all of a sudden. Oh, wait, he's going to do both. Yeah, they cheated using an older experienced player. Hey, it's good enough.
Get out of the high.
I'm still wondering how Skull became a millionaire at the end of Samurai. What job did he find that he could do right?
I was about to say, get your load running. Get out on the highway.
Well, what's good about that? Some
Oh, I knew I should have taken that left pointed out quickly.
White side gas, all
If you have to ride out to the desert to deliver pizza, it's probably a prank call.
I know how Skull became a millionaire. And he sold copies of both of Skull's theme song the other night.
Yes!
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Give that man a cigar.
They didn't have GPS back in the 1990s.
It was the 90s.
On a motorcycle. I know.
I didn't know Fran from Jungle Fury was in this episode.
No, kick out a 2.
What?
Are you out of your mind?
Shouldn't you be wearing a luchador mask and barbecue?
What in the hell is
What in the
that?
hell is that?
Lamb chop, what are you doing?
I don't like Sherry Lewis's new puppet show.
Hi there, I'm the Shade. What the flies am I watching? Yeah, sure.
Is that Ernie Hudson?
Hey!
Homer Simpson owns the exact same movie. Oh my God, I remember this.
Didn't look good on him either, by the way.
Hey, who's that lady in the gold mask, which is one of a kind no one else has?
Get out of here. Carl from Cheers.
I know, I thought
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that outfit violates any dress code at any restaurant ever.
With those goggles on, you probably can't see anything.
Oh, wow, the irony is just...
Oh, the planets have aligned, the universe is in full swing. Okay.
And Carlos is oblivious to the big mountain of a thing wearing a moo-moo. You probably thought it was Homer Simpson.
Good thing Carlos has enough money to feed 10 kids after the summer.
Right?
If you're such a nerd, how come you jump with the bottom right as you're one
That's a great question in Power Rangers, where the kids' parents have never found.
That still exists in Power Rangers.
Except
Not since Mighty Morphin. Mighty Morphin, they showed him. One time.
One time.
Wait, arcade. What's an arcade? What's an arcade?
What's a paladin?
Remember when they had arcade games?
I miss arcade.
Oh, come on, wow.
Does everybody have glaucoma in this show?
Do you not see?
From the Austin Powers School of Comedy, yeah.
Are they auditioning for a Benny Hill skit?
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, we asked for our pizza burn. It's nice and tasty that way.
Oh, so this makes a little bit more sense.
That looks disgusting.
Let's see. Garlic, anchovies, burnt. Yeah, that's my pizza, all
It
right.
makes a little more sense than the monsters in Real Force ordering pizza.
Wait, how are you even looking at it?
Whoa, predator stuff.
The predator. Hey, come on, kill me, do it now.
Yeah, apparently the predators.
Honestly, the better. I don't know how you can
Mad Mike's Pizza Parlor. Mad Mike's Pizza Parlor.
Dear God, ladies and gentlemen, the most unusual monster in Power Rangers history, simply for the fact that why would you want to make a monster like that?
I told you, I'm not putting on Edge again. He's retired.
Also, why couldn't they have gone to the juice bar and saved themselves in trouble? Because Lieutenant Stone can fix this.
Let me guess, now she remembers something.
All that grease is going to ruin her complexion.
Pieces in the oven. I'm peeling onions, and you're peeling everything. I'm sorry, I can't be simple. That's what happens.
No. Sorry, did you take the mask off and didn't say that? Are you coming on to me?
I am pizza. Who must pizza?
Also, Mad Mike's Pizza.
Also, it's time to play Spot the Sentai scene. Go on, kids. Spot the Sentai.
Sentai.
That's that time.
Sentai, normal, Sentai, Saban, Sentai, Saban.
Saban.
Oh God, no.
No! Kill it with fire!
I was 6 and just been so annoying. Lee's like, what?
I like how it works.
At least Dimitri didn't say anything. What is destroying the city, Rangers? What do you need to go stop? I don't know! Tell me!
And they leave the parlor.
How?
Bad touch. Bad touch. Bad touch.
I'm an adult! Yeah, I am an adult. I need another adult!
I gotta go.
Also, you don't treat cosplay chicks like that.
And instead of killing her, it gives her back her memories. Figure that one out, ladies and gentlemen.
Because amnesia. Pizza.
Still, you could argue it's a better pizza party.
Oh God, you smell like onions and bad pizza.
It's a shame too
How
because
do you get back there, even though that they're not getting
teleporting.
How can you tell?
Oh, come on, I just teleported here.
Like that.
They can tell.
Call it.
Oh, hey, where are the rest of you guys?
Oh God, you smell like bad pizza and onions.
Hey, it's Jack Ranger.
You know the sad thing is the Turtles just called in a huge order before they left.
No, it's not.
Pizza dude's got 30 seconds. Time's up. $8 off.
Actually, it's hot.
Oh, of course.
Dimitri. Oh God, you smell like bad pizza and
And they
onions.
just now get a new weapon. Wow. I think we figured out where Gosei gets his power giving
Don't
from.
say that. Had a thing going.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
New weapons and powers right out of your ass.
We are looking at something. We are looking at something.
Now I'm shifting, but I'm not feeling the
Were we
turbo.
supposed to say something turbo power? No?
No, I guess we're not doing that anymore.
Something.
What is that you doing?
Anti. Also, something dark side.
Something bleak.
Jeez.
I really get hurt by pizzas that
Ladies and gentlemen, pizza is made with napalm.
See, this is why you should order from Domino's. Then you just gotta avoid the noise.
Actually,
Pizza Hut's got the restaurant for us. That's the kind you want.
Here, look. How much do you charge? Help us.
I heard it was a bad
Seven
episode.
cheap cars, ladies and gentlemen. Go figure that one out.
I saved you, Michael. I'm not Michael.
Now,
I'm not.
You should have a car.
okay. Alright, Maddie, I think we need to hit a button, or no, Easy, we need to hit a button on this one. You know what?
Yeah.
Should have had that ready. You know what? Screw it. What? How the hell can a pizza turn a car evil?
You ever been to Little Caesars?
Yeah, oh, you know what? He's got a point. Yeah, I've been. Yeah, you know what? We have a Little Caesars 5 minutes for house. Trust me.
You ever been to Little Caesars? That's
Yeah,
where
we're
I
good,
remember
yeah.
that.
And now, warehouse scene number 353. Armbar!
Oh God, strange episode, maximum overdrive.
Is that a bad thing?
Wow, the puns are. And I thought my puns were.
Hey, if this turns to maximum overdrive, hey,
To
be fair, if this turns into maximum overdrive, we get ACDC. Nothing wrong. We come with ACDC.
Okay.
And the girls did that.
Where the hell do you get a giant human-sized pizza oven?
Let's see, mushrooms, rangers, that little kid over
terrifying
there.
truth behind the terrifying truth behind Papa John's.
A giant-sized laser proof.
Papa John's is people!
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 He's a cannibal.
Also, how do they do all that?
This is horrifying.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one's worse.
Perhaps it was the Noid that should have avoided me.
I listened to him.
Yeah.
Where the hell did it?
He just walks right on in. Now, what is everything going on?
Hey!
The microwave.
Editing savant.
Microwave.
Great continuity.
It's a little underdone, but I'll eat it anyway. Yeah. The Centurion is us. I know. The Centurion, we're in the pizza. I know.
Nom.
I never watched it.
It still makes more sense than the Nightmare Pizza in Nightmare 4.
Oh, good. Oh, boy.
Okay, I swear, if it gets everybody's heart,
You know what? It'd be good.
Here in my car, I could say this divine.
he's basically Robocop. He should just
Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Praising. Boom!
Oh, yeah.
Also, Manny, a red car that shoots lasers. And maybe tires. Wouldn't it be great if they made a Kamen Rider series like that?
That would be cool.
I'm just thinking how they're going to slice up this
That would
pizza.
never work. That never work.
I'm just trying to think how they're going to slice up that pizza. Have you ever thought of that?
We're gonna need a big knife.
That's not a knife.
Oh, yeah.
And there goes the tire.
Really? Really?
Really?
See, the Noid is falling on hard times.
Hey.
All those pizzas turn them into a crap house.
Undefined physics! Woo!
The Matrix.
Yeah. Tell me he actually knew exactly where the Ranger's body was, so he didn't hit them. They should have been turned into Swiss cheese.
I have the sudden pain in my stomach. Ah, you shot me! Shot me! Bastard!
Sure to stand in the exact position while we all fly at you from various directions.
Wait, he hasn't grown yet, but you're calling for the... Oh, I was gonna say. Well, early for the next, isn't it?
It looks like it would be a Met call, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Who wants a pizza pocket?
I'm confused.
Sentai footage, that's why.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're as confused as the Blue Centurion right now.
Now, normally missiles, explosive devices should kill anything they hit. And yet hers seem to make monsters grow. Can anyone explain what's behind that? I still never
At least in season
Why is it
2 of
silence?
At least with Die Ranger, they had the good graces to change a giant bomb into a potion.
That's true.
That makes a little bit more sense. But
Also-
this, no excuse.
Also, Bison beside. I'm a bit tired.
They're trying to introduce logic and power rangers. Good luck with that.
Yeah, logic and power. They can breathe in space.
And logic is out the window at that point.
So why does he have an antenna on his helmet? Is he trying to pick up some Elvin Bishop and Marshall Tucker in that thing?
Who knows? And ladies and gentlemen, the John Cena robot. It salutes before it kicks your ass. Yeah, it does. kick your ass. Actually, it has sold a couple of times, but to no sell everything, that's all coded.
Thank you for not smoking. Hey,
We don't need to get to see it, so we're combining.
no,
Not sense. Larry.
not at all.
Ah!
Ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed. Go!
Stop this thing!
It's gone, don't be.
Have we stopped? Good. Let's take a 5-minute break. What do we got?
Okay, I screwed this one.
Also, Eldar, you let me go. You didn't come looking for me, and you ordered pizza. You're fired. Soulish.
Yeah.
No,
You're
actually,
just fired. You're.
no. He needs to be fired out of a cannon and into the sun.
Save the pizzas.
And
I'm good for it's like.
all the pizzas on my mom's. And
Yay!
Yes! Is he dead?
Welcome to an aquarium.
Damn it!
Ah,
Why can't we have nice things?
You tease.
boo! You need me for
See, Algar, this is why we can't have nice
You can't kill You can't kill me. You need me for in space.
Damn, he's right.
This for me.
Yeah. Brought to you by SeaWorld.
Brought to you by SeaWorld. We didn't know this episode was going to suck.
Although I would feel good about drowning Eldar in a vat of chlorine water.
Or
Well,
putting
that'd
him
be
in a
lovely.
figure for a leg lock.
Yeah.
Or Stone Cold Stunner.
Yeah.
Or Sharpshooter.
Package pile driver.
Also-
Package Pile Driver 3 times.
Also, Maddie, that just gave you a great idea. Just swim around, Eldar. Use this. Mordo will save Eldar. What?
Here, Eldar,
He's been in a Ken Titus run as of late, so there's that.
Yeah, you should have seen he was marathoning a whole bunch of that stuff.
Well,
he
that
watched last night.
was a thing.
Yeah, that just happened.
it was a thing I could have gone without.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, I think that's a thing a lot of us could have gone without. Thank you very much.
Again, I ask, why do we want to handle the instruction again?
It's only a 1-hour panel.
It's a 1-hour panel.
1-hour panel.
We wanted to get time for you guys, because I know some of you guys are a little curious about here. So what we done is I got the wireless mic set up over here. If you guys want to go ahead and form a line. We're gonna,
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't have to do this.
we'll put it in post.
I'll find it on YouTube.
Yeah, well,
Ah, good man.
there you go.
All
So
I'll say,
let's-
ladies and gentlemen,
Also,
yes, sir. Google it.
it's like, Shane, I think I have something for this episode, but I think I have a song for this episode.
I got it. I got one. It goes like this.
This.
Da-da-da-da-da. Eat incinerates! Take this stupid little cockroach of a movie. Take it so tight. I never ran it right up.
Hey, you don't need to do that now.
What? It's 18 and over.
Well, so,
Oh, shit. Fuck that.
but now it's time for what we like to call Ranger Recaps Advice for the Helpless, where we answer your questions and, we can pick our brains a little bit. So I see we've already got somebody up there. What you got for us?
I've got a dumb question. What's a Divazord? Look at the screen. What do you do talking about Divazords?
What?
Bob. Oh, I gotta see this.
It's up there.
Oh my God.
I know the answer to this. I know the answer to this. Divazord? That would be Lady Gaga. Some of the costumes she wears, that could be a mess.
There you go. All right.
And she was born that way.
All right. Next up, we got our good buddy Dragon Man.
So,
One of our long-time listeners here. What you got for us, man?
I got it.
There you go.
Now it's official.
Yeah.
Now it's official.
Yeah, little known fact, I also happen to be a big game show fan, so that's
Who isn't? Anyway, what's your question, man?
Okay, from any season, what would you guys say is the best Red Ranger and the best 6th or other Ranger?
Ooh.
from what series?
Any series.
Like personal favorites,
Power
or,
Rangers,
or
right?
standouts.
Strictly Power Rangers, right?
stick to power.
Strictly Power.
Okay.
If we do Super Sentai, we're going to be here all day.
Yeah.
Touche. I think for Sixth Ranger, I think for you that's obvious.
I'm a Quantum Ranger, bitch.
Yeah, this guy's a huge.
I gotta give it to my boy Quantum Ranger. Hey, I got one. Say that again. RJ from Jungle Fury could kick the Quantum Ranger's ass. Bitch.
Again, Titus, ladies and gentlemen, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what exactly what it is.
As for me, like, okay, what about Red Ranger?
Um, For me, one of my favorites. I mean, he's at the con now. Jason, the original.
Austin St. John. I mean, come on.
St. John.
Easy one.
That would be my favorite. Yeah, I'll stay with it.
He's old school.
Of course, yeah. I think most of us are.
We recently today had an interview with Catherine, the Pink Ranger, and she's one of the reasons why I loved season 3 so much. And she's quite frankly my favorite Pink Ranger.
As for me, I'll throw the oddball out here. I'm gonna still stay old school, but I'm gonna say Andros from In Space.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was definitely one. But Matt, we didn't answer Six Ranger.
Six Ranger. Oh, that's a good question. You can tell I've not put thought to that.
That's if you even pan on you. You gotta think about it.
I'll give you some time. Of course, I'm a Time Force mark. I admit it. I worship Time Force. And my favorite Red Ranger is Wes because it's just, I love his character development. He goes from a spoiled rich boy to, well, when he took on that army of Cyclobots, it's like he was chiseled out of rock.
Oh,
He was a total badass.
Yeah.
So I love character development like that. So I got to give it to my boy Wes. Jason Vaughn, great guy.
And as far as the sixth ranger or the extra member, and I say extra member because I have to say the way they handled, well, I'm not gonna say okay, the way they handled Green with Evil. I mean, I'm not trying to put JDF over than he needs to be,
I like him.
but the way they handled Green with Evil was so well done. I don't think we need to
It's
talk about
iconic.
that. It is
Yeah.
iconic for a reason.
Yeah, we don't need to do a second or just be a favorite rating.
No.
That's not great.
Let's not get into that debate, guys. We'll be here all night if we do that.
Nope.
As far as Six Rangers go, there's a lot of good ones. Yeah, there's one Six Ranger, technically speaking, that I think we should have gotten a lot more love and didn't get the chance to really learn about is the Phantom Ranger from Turbo.
Yeah.
The one redeeming factor of Turbo. Well,
That's for
that
sure.
and, well,
Yeah.
the Zords were, yeah, the Zords were.
The swords were cool, and the Phantom Ranger was a one-off character in the Sentai that they tried to make a full character of in the Ranger series, and they almost got some with him in special, and they actually tried to carry him into space when they were going to try to reveal like who he was, and then it didn't happen. And to this day, nobody really knows the true story of the Phantom Ranger. That's something they could have addressed. I kind of wish they would have gone back and like tease that a little bit in Super Mega Force, but
I'm
no.
gonna have to take a picture of that. Give me a
That's
second.
what fan debate is for. A lot of people think he's Zordon's son. He's definitely from Eltar.
Yeah.
That's probably the most believed theory.
What happened to Bob with the band and idea?
It was a good budget.
They wrote themselves into a corner.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, I know why. Zach.
Zachary wasn't really that involved back in the day. I mean, he was there, but he wasn't executive producer.
It's
until-
primarily budget, for sure.
He's mostly in charge of my fourth week. Okay.
Now we're getting into semantics.
Yeah.
Next question.
Next
Yeah.
question. What's up?
I'm all back up.
Back again. Yeah. Come on.
Which one of you guys cried when Zordon was destroyed by Andros?
Oh,
This guy.
Yeah.
that was a heartbreaker.
That was rough. But then again, you go from such a high as Vulcan Skull going, I'm a Power Ranger.
Oh, Captain Mark.
Yeah.
When
The,
I first saw that, I was running around the house laughing my ass off. I could not believe it.
You know, what was very wrong? They actually got both back to be the Cyan Ranger guy.
Who
Oh.
better than
Julius
Down.
I think what makes that ending with like that death of Zordon really good was again the epic build up. Everything is getting bigger and bigger, and then that head just like you just couldn't handle it. So that definitely.
It's right up there with Optimus Prime's death.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marty
Yeah.
Chocolate dies with
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the end of an era, literally.
Amazing.
Anyway, next up, what do you got?
How you doing?
Question. What y'all think of the Ninja Turtle episode in
You know what? The idea was stupid in many regards. It didn't need to happen, but at the same time, it wasn't really. You know, in terms of the episode in and of itself, it wasn't that bad. It was a good laugh, but
I think it needed to happen because these are two titans of your childhood at the time.
That and the way they had to write it, everything around, they have to do that. If the idea was, hey, we're gonna have to do it eventually, we're gonna get too serious that something like this is going to ruin the momentum. Let's get it out of the way early, and that for me, that was a smart move.
yeah.
Yeah, because when I heard about the fact
I think a lot of, I think when it was first announced, when it was first teased, I think a lot of us were like, what?
It had to happen. It's like,
did.
it's like, you know, it's like Freddy versus Jason. It's like Batman versus Superman. Your heroes have to meet eventually. It could have been handled a little better. Let's be honest here. Next mutation
But then,
isn't going to win any awards, but
and it's next mutation, so it's a case of.
It could have
the movie Turtles, I think it might have been a little better.
It could, but let's be fair. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot worse. Anyway, next up.
Yeah. Next question.
I know. Come on up, buddy.
Hey guys, well I want to ask you this. Since we know about the during Turbo when they switched to Rangers, I want to be curious if they never did switch to Rangers during the middle of the Turbo. Do you think they will become the Space Rangers?
I think it would have eventually happened, but I don't know. It's behind the scenes semantics here.
From what I've read, from what I've heard from various sources, is that actually switching the Rangers halfway through the series was probably the smartest thing they did. I think if they hadn't switched the Rangers, the ratings would have leveled dropped out, and they probably wouldn't have even gone to in space. So I think that
there's also an issue of believability too in there. Like with all the comedy, and you've been with that most of that cast for how long? 4 or 5 years. You know.
Well, it's not just that. The last two series, Zeo and Mighty Morphin, they had their funny moments, but there was still a more realistic feel to the characters at that point. And then you have Turbo, which is a very comedic series because of the Sentai. There was just no way to believe that these characters would be caught in these kind of situations. So by switching to a new cast, it allowed us to say, okay, these guys are newbies. Of course they're going to stumble around and end up in situations like this episode. This is not something you would. If that had been Tommy, Catherine, and then the rest of the gang, we would not have been able to believe that happened. They would never. Same.
I think what it is the cast change had to happen, but they could have started off. I've said this before. If they had started off with a fresh team in space, like the old Rangers couldn't go to space somehow, like they were kept on Earth, and you had to shoot up into space with a new team, a new adventure, and a whole new story.
I don't know if they would have lasted that long.
I don't know.
That's the problem.
That's the thing.
They wouldn't last long enough to do
What could have
that.
happened, but eventually you have to let them go. I mean, this is why Sentai does a new cast every season, because you don't want to get too. You can't get.
And its own isolated story, and it works.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, it works.
It does. It really does.
Too.
All right. Very man.
I got 2 questions. First off, I'm a sucker for a good villain or a good villain turns good sort of storyline. The ones that have always stood out to me are like Zenaku, Astronema, Villamax towards the very end. If you guys had to pick like one of those stories or one of those standout villains to like give more of a spotlight to, who would you guys choose?
Astronema we can already rule out because she did have her time in Lost Galaxy, so that kind of happened already.
The story of her redemption. I mean, that's one of the reasons why Lost Galaxy is one of my favorites. Obviously, spoiler, if you've never seen Lost Galaxy. Spoilers. If only I had my laptop with me. But next time. But Kendrick's death. That was the first step in Power Rangers.
Pretty much.
So you're hit with that, then you have the story of redemption with Verone. I think the way that, of course, if you know what happened behind the scenes, you know, okay, that was a bowl of chicken shit, and they turned it into a hell of a chicken soup.
Yeah, they made that work really well. But getting back onto the question, if there's one that I think that they could really have done something with, if they really wanted to, was Zenaku. Because at the end of the series, as you know, he was walking with Narek, and they were going to, find their own redemption, find their own peace. And I think, seeing how that ended up would have been interesting. So there's one story I think they could have put the spotlight on, would have been Zenaku.
I've never understood why they decided to sort of kill off a Clipper at the very end after the Z-Wave release. Out of all the villains that they redeemed,
Actually,
because of that, I don't get a Clipper.
Actually, I agree with what Linkara said on this one. At the point when the Z-Wave hit, the last of the Clippers, any chance of Clipper being good was gone when he saw Astronema potentially dead.
Yeah.
When Andros struck her down, he basically...
Andros struck her down. Ecliptor's the last bit of good that would have saved him.
Gone. So in that regard, I can justify that. We wish it wouldn't have happened, but we can understand why it did.
Yeah, they caught you on a technicality.
Yeah.
For me, when I put in my villain top 10 Power Rangers villains list was Messidog, because he had what I like to call the two-faced factor. He was struggling with good and evil, switching back and forth. And he didn't want to do this. He didn't want to be a jerk to his buddy Tommy, but he faced this dichotomy. He even told his son Trent, who was evil at the time, possessed by the White Diamond, he was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want you to end up like I am. And he's like, Trent is embracing the evil, but Anton's struggling with it. It's kind of like Harvey Dent and Two-Face with Bruce Wayne. You know, you have to face your best friend, and it's the eternal struggle, good and evil. And I really felt for Anton because he does get redemption at the end, but it tore me apart how Messidog kind of took over and screwed everything up. And him and Tommy were kind of on bad terms when Anton Mercer showed up, started acting like a dick in the school.
Anton Mercy was like kind of Vince McMahon.
A little bit. More like Johnny United, or more like John Laurinaitis.
Oh, John.
Oh, God. Johnny Ace.
There's a reason why.
How he would look like him.
When we did our live stream version of, we did Monday Night Riff, which is where we riffed Monday Night Raw. That was during that time we did it. It was during John Laurinaitis' People Power era.
He was taking over. He was in charge.
One of our riffers, Jody, gave the gentleman the nickname of Messigog.
Yeah, because he had that gravelly Messigog voice.
That gravelly,
I want to go to the
Super
States this time. Yeah, he had that gravelly voice. It was just
that gravelly voice that made him sound like Super Dave Osborne.
pretty bad.
I guess you can go there.
Next question.
Next question.
Anyone else? You guys been tag team.
Yeah, well, we had a couple more. Come on,
If anyone else were curious,
We've
don't
got
be
6
shy.
minutes left. Lightning
I said I
round,
had
people.
2, but
Okay, well,
Make it quick.
make it fast.
go ahead.
Yeah, let's get the elbow here.
Yeah, come on.
Give the Megazord a chance.
Yeah. Yes, a sword of
Which, by
power.
the way, awesome.
Power sword.
Hi, Mia. Nice to meet you.
Alright, what's your question, man?
Of like all the Power Rangers, which one do you think stands out the most to you? Which one do you think should have been combined with other Rangers, like the Q-Rex or something like these?
Combines six Ranger mech that did not combine with the normal mech. Ooh, that is well, they kind of, going back to Dino Thunder, they did kind of combine the Dragozord with Dino Thunder Megazord, but they didn't combine that awesome Godzilla-looking one.
There's not very many of them. That's the thing.
That's the thing. Another one is Korag from Mystic Force. That dude is badass.
Yes.
Imagine his Centaurus Wolf Megazord combining with the Mystic Force Megazord. Think about that.
Having that unicorn sort of show up more than once.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started.
Let's not get into that.
I just reviewed the Sentai of that. It's not great.
Yeah, which was a movie if I remember correctly.
Yeah. It was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
Any else?
Anybody?
I can't think of any other.
I got one more.
Oh, okay.
We have, ladies and gentlemen, not in our hands, the last comment.
I know that the whole point of the show is, good beats evil, but
Yeah.
the best way for original Rita to beat all the originals was to attack more than one city. She attacked all around the world. They were too tired to beat her, and she just came up, smacked her with her finger, and said, "Now you're dead." Instead of just battling Angel Grove,
I
she could
think-
have battled the whole Earth. The whole point, she tried to conquer the whole Earth.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, up until Super Mega Force, that's something they never did. Like it was always just that one city, and I always thought.
In SPD they did. In
while they're
SPD they did go to Kyoto, Japan.
Oh, that's true. But,
It's all about the Sentai.
but again, only one area at a time instead of attacking everything. It wasn't again Super Mega Force.
You know what Rita should have done? A huge glaring plot hole in Mighty Morphin. She should have attacked at night.
Yeah.
The Megazord is solar powered. I feel for you at sundown, buddy. This sundown,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I'll see you around, except at sundown. You.
Anyway, I believe that does it for us, ladies and gentlemen.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Thank you so
hour,
much.
Hour flies by fast. I want to thank you guys for joining us here for Ranger Recap.
Guys.
2 things. One, make sure you guys come in. If you guys are going to be here tomorrow, come in tomorrow night, 4 p.m. We're going to be doing a Tokurist live. We're going to be doing an actual Japanese Toku movie, Superhero Taisen Zeto. Yeah, and that's going to be me and him. And here's the thing. What we did today was improv. Tomorrow,
Totally off the top of our head.
Yeah.
tomorrow, we're scripting. So if you think we were good down, wait till you see tomorrow night. And then if you guys want to check out all of our stuff, head again, rbtentertainment.com. We will have business cards for you if you want those. And just have fun. Enjoy the rest of Rangerstop, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, let the power protect you.
And the fan sub will never die. We are your Ranger Recap. See you later. Usually I close with a joke, but we ain't got the time.
Yeah.
We got enough jokes with the evil pizza.
Yeah. All right. All right. Now go out there or else pizza.